indigenous nation of sovereign people retain sovereignty under our constitutionally seated president, Pamumka Command Bananu Akad Panabab Yanun, also known as His Excellency Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, our beloved master teacher, father, friend, and so many other illustrious titles that he has in his magnificence and his greatness and all of the wonderful works and love, sacrifice, all of the great qualities that he has shown us and has given us. We want to first give thanks and love and send our loyalty to him. Know that we are still here fighting and that he will be free without a question, with or without doubters. We have those individuals who are fighting against us, and we welcome that because it just makes us stronger. And those NUWAUPIANs, NUWAPU, who are worldwide, a part of our nation, have accepted our Constitution, have accepted our president, and in favor of defending our nation as we are today on this radio station. When we speak about setting the record straight, we want to make sure that that any misinformation that goes out there, it doesn't go unchecked. Though it's not going to be a distraction because some of it is not even worthy of us addressing. But the information that's detrimental and to our progress, then it's going to be addressed. And the lies will be eliminated with the facts that we present. The hate will be eliminated with the love that we have for our family, for our nation, for our tribe, for our president, for our future, and our existence on this planet, in this planet, and beyond this planet. So that's my name is Ambassador Doosua York, and I appreciate everyone tuning in. It's time for us to address these issues. We would like, of course, to start off with making sure that letting you know that you can send your questions to the email address that's posted in the email, Doosua York, Doosua, Badoosua. The radio station email, it was hacked into, and there was a lot of spam that was sent out, so it was shut down until it can be cleaned up and relaunched again. So please, any questions, email or Facebook. But we want to get into the show. And the main one of the main reasons why this show is necessary. There's several, of course, because it's always necessary to update our NUWAPU family regarding our position, our nation, and the freedom fight of all, the freedom fight of Pamanzao, which has never stopped since May 9th. And we would like to address that, as well as address some other personal issues that for some reason becomes a hindrance with the progression of our people's consciousness and moving in a liberated mind state of acknowledging your sovereignty, acknowledging your statehood, acknowledging our independence, and really moving and acting as you are in that state of NUWAPIAN. You are in a state of NUWAPU, which is another issue we would like to address in reference to the name. So there's a lot of small issues that, though they have been addressed before, they just constantly keep coming up and of a concern. And quite naturally, in order to get everything laid out factually, we have to be redundant in placing the facts out there, because some people missed other shows, some people have missed the updates, and we want to make sure that we NUWAPIANs, true NUWAPU, in defense of who we are, has everything laid out for you so you can defend your nation when you are not around other family members, because this is definitely a spiritual war, and there's forces that are moving through other people in the name of being right, in the name of being intelligent, in the name of I've been around the master for this long, this is not how he's done it, or I know how Pop does things, or this is my father, my blood father, I know him, he wouldn't name this person this, he wouldn't do things this way. And you have a whole bunch of conjecture, a whole bunch of rhetoric and dogma that's not based, that's not backed up by facts. You're not laying out anything. You're making statements on this video, which I'm going to get into. I don't know who the person is, but this bothered me, and it moved me to put the post up that I placed on Facebook because of the disrespect that's taking place in reference to Pamanzal. They're just being, people are being disrespectful. They're taking his doctrine. They're not giving him his proper respect as the source of the words they're using. I'm not even going to go into the sentences. We're going to address the particular words that they're using to come against NUWAUPIANs, but they're using the doctrine of Pamanzal. They're using the doctrine of Panabab Yanun. They're using his doctrine, and they're trying to reword it and add their words in, so they can say, well, it didn't come from him. They don't want to have to give him credit as men because of how they look at him, and it's affecting our people. And by right, it's up to us in our defense again to address it. So this video is specifically called "Are NUWAUPIANs Homegrown Terrorists and Sovereign Citizens?" And for some reason, this guy, he doesn't make himself known. He makes accusations about myself and my life at Doosua, York, or a name that was given to me not by my consent, known as Damon Pryor. That name is not a name I chose, but for some reason, this is the points, the merits of these guys' argument. My incarceration is often put on the screen, it's laid out on the internet and for the world, NUWAUPIANs to see, so I'm forced to address it. My personal life has never been an issue. It's never been something that has needed to be on display. But for some reason, this is something that these guys, and it's mostly men, these so-called Negroes, niggas who attempt to try to defame Pop in a subtle way, but they come at the information that's being presented and they attack me and use my past as a merited argument to defame or try to address our sovereignty and statehood. It has no connection whatsoever. My personal life has no connection to us as a sovereign nation and what our father laid out for us since upstate New York, Jazeera Abba, in late 80s to early 90s until we moved down here under his guidance, traveling with him as our chief. Has no significance whatsoever. There's no tying in whatsoever. Me going up to Chicago, being subpoenaed by R. Kelly's defense team, has nothing to do with anything in reference to our freedom. But for some reason, it keeps being brought up and tied in, and we're going to eliminate that today. So let's move with this video. I don't know how many people saw the video, but I gave my word to the family that I would address it because it's necessary. And one of the first issues that this guy, I don't know who he is again, but he uses, and this video is about 37 minutes long, really about 38 minutes. So he took 38 minutes out of his life to address the progress that NUWAUPIANs are making, and our father is made and laid out, that we finally picked up in reference to the ledger. The certain claims he's made, which are absolutely false. Total lies. And I would have dissected the entire video, but I felt as though it took too much time and it would have been more of a distraction than addressing the pivotal point in this video that, and I didn't want to go beyond what was necessary.
Ready, set, okay. So this video that we're doing right now is to address the United Nation of NUWAUPIAN, which is something that has formulated itself here in the last few months, in the year 2012. And a lot of people do not realize that the United Nation of NUWAUPIAN is claiming sovereignty. Okay, they're saying that they have a UN number 215/1993. They're claiming that they're registered with the Bureau of Indian Affairs under the Department of the Interior. There's a lot, and they're claiming that they're sovereign, that they're their own sovereign nation. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video, and I'm going to put certain videos in the description box, is to show and prove to people, or to educate people, or to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning for those that are looking for the facts. If you're looking for the facts, we'll try to present some of it to you. If you have any questions, you can hit us up with comments. You can hit us up on Twitter at DJED World, DJED WORLD Z World, and leave your comments, your questions, whatever it is. But we're going to shed a little light on some things here. Now, there's a difference between calling yourself a sovereign nation that has federal recognition with the United States of America, and you have a nation-to-nation relationship with the United States of America.
Let me pause this. Now, immediately he says there's a difference on a minute 45 of this video. Actually, let me go back, because it started on 17 seconds of the video. He says that this is just something that has recently formulated itself in the last few months. This is wrong. The United Nation of NUWAUPIAN, or NUWAUPIA, the United NUWAUPIAN Nation, is not something that just recently started. In fact, which is why I become well prepared, and I'm addressing points that I feel as though is real pivotal. Now, this is a June 9th, 2003 flyer that was told to was to be put together by our president. And I don't know if you can see that here, but these documents will be made available. You can see them on the screen actually. What does UN 215/1993 mean? On this document above it, it says, "We the people, the Yamasee Native American, Original Cherokee, Seminole Creek, Shoshone, Wichita Mound Builders, the sovereign nation of the Wichita, de Dukdamoindia, Wahani, NUWAUPIAN." All right? And it says 215/1993. So this is not something that recently started. In fact, we have a constitution that says the same thing, and it was delivered and drafted and given and accepted by us in 1992. So that's false. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. You see, he starts off the video with the lie. So it's not in the last few months. It just recently formulated.